because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take it.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Devin Funchess from 3 yards out. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to let this... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 38 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And that loss to the Vikings, this Carolina defense, they were really pretty good, only gave up 22 points.
I agree with you totally, and they were great in 2015. I think they played well in 2016. Luke Kuechly in the middle, Thomas Davis Jr., another linebacker, KK Short up front with Coney Ely now providing great pass rush. This team's going to be just fine on the defensive side of the ball. The focal point of the Panthers is offense because of Cam Newton, but the defense, it can take them a long way.
Stewart is the lone setback. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 38 yards. And that leads to a Carolina first down. Now Newton on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Newton throwing again. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ted Ginn, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. You know, it's hard to believe that with week 4 here, October is already upon us, and bye week's already upon us. Green Bay and Philly get week 4 off.
And I'm not sure either one of them wants it, but if one does for sure, it'd be Green Bay. Because their last 2 preseason games were on the road, their first 2 regular season games on the road, so maybe that'll help them relax a little bit. Philadelphia, though, they're 3-0 and undefeated. They'd rather keep playing right now. I think most teams would like to have their open week later in the season.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, maybe week 9, week 10, so you have a lot on the front and a lot on the back, a good break in the middle?
I think you're exactly right. Rest up, heal up, and then get ready for the stretch drive. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Johnson able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. On second down, Osweiler. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go. Now look at 56.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction. And that'll cost him 5 yards. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Osweiler. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So just 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw him off and get the 1st down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
That's it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go again. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Big time.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Ginn. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well.
He's got a man complete. Kelvin Benjamin. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin taking it in. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent